Right, so we are in Swansea, the birthplace of my property and business career, and sunny, as you can see. It's the one place on earth where people have palm trees and it rains 250 days a year, in my opinion. So yeah, I went to university here and studied law, and during that time of studying law, I got into property, got into reading about investments, got into reading about business and stuff. So it led me to my first opportunity where I could invest in a house creatively, and then eventually purchase a property. And I also started Avalanche out of one of the student bedrooms that I had here as well. So I'm currently walking through Bryn Mill, which I'll show you is very old school, these houses. So it's pretty much all student houses. So this is, I think, about 80% students here. So as you can see, everyone is getting prepped, and there's a lot of building work happening all around this whole road, which is about, I don't know, about 1 kilometre long. So we're going to take a left up here, and I'm going to take you to my favourite house and show you all around it and what we're up to, getting ready for the next set of students. So we're in the house. It's a bomb site. The reason is because it's full in the midst of about to start flat out refurb. So let's walk to the front door and I'll give you a bit of a show around. Can't show you everything because I've got people stuff in there, but right, this is the entrance hall. Big Victorian ceilings. I think probably about 12 feet high. Coming in here, obviously carpets, they're all getting ripped up this summer. That one as well is getting ripped up. And most of the rooms are about this size, so as you can see, it's quite nice large ceilings, and you know, furniture again, replacing quite a lot of that. Come down to the kitchen, you've got a pretty sizable kitchen, goes all the way back down there. Again, double cooker, double everything. Kitchen, exciting stuff. Let me just get this. So let me go upstairs. This property is a 7-bedroom house. Could be an 8-bedroom, but we decided to keep it a 7 and make a big lounge. You've got more rooms down there. That's bedroom there, 2 bathrooms, both of which are being completely ripped out and started again. It's got this absolutely stunning original banister that kind of goes all the way from the top all the way down to the bottom over there. I really don't want to get rid of this, even though it's getting tired, as you can see. Also need a really big clean, but I'm going to try and keep it as long as we can, and ideally at some point restore it, because it adds really nice nature to the property. This is a really big lounge, as you can see, Swansea standard, big windows. My job in the next 30 minutes is to move all this furniture out of here because new carpet's coming, and we're getting rid of these sofas because, again, tattered old stuff. So I wanted to talk about the tattered old stuff now, because I thought it'd be an interesting insight for you. So I mentioned on my Instagram today about this vlog when it's out today, that I wanted to go through some of the property buying things that we've done, and kind of then be able to show you, and you can really go off and take the knowledge and use it as you want. Again, the whole point of this vlog is to give you practical things you can do now. So when I'm looking for a property to buy, and there are many ways we can buy property and take control of property. If you want me to do a video on those, because I've done a lot of them, different ones, and some successful, some not so successful, so happy to share with you all that stuff. So let me know in the comments if you want to know anything specific. But I'm buying a property, 3 key things in my opinion. Take 2 on the 3 key things. Number 1 is yield. Yield. Always be thinking about how much cash flow this property is bringing in, because, again, people, we talked about this in the last property vlog I did. Look at each property as a business. It needs to be a commercial, profitable enterprise that works without you, okay, which is the definition of a business. So this property needs to be profitable, okay, for it to work long term. You cannot have something that's losing money long term if it's going to be successful. Not most people, anyway. You can buy negative yield businesses for a reason, but again, not going to be something that you think about for a long time, or even me thinking about for a long time. So yield is key. We need to be buying this property with tenants already in it, in most cases. Not all cases, but most cases. Making sure they're in for a long time. which is also very key. And then making sure that your finance is good enough and cheap enough, or with the right LTV, that you make sure, and this is my just honest opinion, that your rent is covering at least double your mortgage payments. And some people will say less, some people will say more, whatever. We've always had the fact that it's double. And the reason why that is because then we know that I've got tenants for a long time. I know that I'm making money for the property straight away as soon as I go in, and I know for a fact that my mortgage is covering my property. Sorry, my rent is covering my mortgage twice over. That gives them the ability to then focus on important things like finding more money in the property, making the experience better for tenants, etc., etc. So that's number one: yield, yield, yield. Number two, assets and cost. When you buy a property, cost. There is so much money to be spent that you can spend on stuff. It is more expensive than you think. It takes longer than you think. Way longer. If you're planning that buying a property is going to take 3 months, give yourself 5. If you think it's going to cost you 40 grand, it's probably going to cost you 45 grand. The reason is because there's many things that happen in property when you go around, and you have to see certain decorating and certain things that you need to replace straight away. You've got lots of different tests to be running, like fire alarm tests and Legionnaires tests and PAT testing. All of these things cost money that people don't tell you about because it's not sexy. One of the tips that I can 100% tell you when taking on any property is, if you can, take it on with furniture, because furniture is a piss take when it comes to cost. It can easily cost, for this place, 7 bedrooms, you're talking 3.5, 4 grand to re-kit out furniture for the whole thing. The decent furniture that's actually going to last more than the year. So make sure it's got some furniture in, so that you can just get in the door and get the cash flow rolling in. And then you can replace it. This is exactly why I'm sat on this sofa right now, and not a beautiful sofa that's coming next week, is because, you know, when we bought the property, we didn't have an extra 5 grand to go and kit it out. We had to do with what we had. It's done us good, but now it's time to replace it. But I haven't replaced, it's taken 2 years for me to get to the point where I can. So that's super important. And then finally, number 3 is the location. So when we're buying a property, I'm always thinking about 2 things. It's instantaneous profitability, and it's instantaneous like money making skills, and then it's long term outlook. So what's going to happen in the long term? I have purchased 2 properties in Swansea, really decent properties. One is on an amazing street where I think that when Swansea's up and coming in 20 years time, or it's where it needs to be in 20 years time, it will be the street to live on in the city. It's smack bang in the city centre. It's beautiful townhouses, and if the city picks up, I'm going to turn it into a massive, luxurious townhouse and be able to sell it for a lot more than it's worth as a HMO. Other one, there's more, there's more things to do with that property that I can do creatively with splits and things like that. And then other properties that we've done, always been about whether there's schools nearby, hospitals nearby. Think about the long-term outlook of your strategy. If you're going in with professionals, or you're going in with just a normal tenant, or you've got big plans, think about instantaneous money and long-term money. You need to make sure that you can cover yourself long-term, because again, never sell property. And again, I'm going to get kicked. Some people will kill me for that, and saying that, but I'm of the mindset that if you buy a piece of land, they ain't making any more of it. And if it's making you money, don't sell it. We've had offers on both big properties in Swansea, that was where I am today, and I've turned them down because my outlook is longer than the now, which is a lot of sexy social media can make you think stupid things when it comes to that. So yeah, hope that's been some good tips. I have to go move some furniture now and get back to work, otherwise I'm going to get shouted out by my team. So back to the office.
Start the conversation.
You're next.
I'm not doing it. I'm going home.
Jake's making a cold call in front of all the people in the office, which is just Anna. So you got to do something uncomfortable every single day, Jacob, to make yourself better.
Give me an
Alexa,
opening line.
off.
You're my support.
Right, Alexa, off. All right, it's time.
It's worse when it's silent.
It's time.
What are you going to say, Jake? What's your opening line?
That's what I'm trying to work out, because I don't want to call up and say, just so you know, your advert was shit in the yellow pages.
Gonna have to beat that out in the video.
Or say, do you know it's not 1990s anymore? But I don't know how to say that in a polite way.
Talk about the offer.
Just stay.
500 your first 2 months in your website is free.
Like, I was wondering how many calls you've got from this advert.
Alright, start. I like that.
Go for
Okay.
I'm so nervous for you. I hope they don't.
No. They will answer. Oh, it's ringing. It's ringing.
I feel sick.
Hi there, is this Roofing and Building? Lovely. This is Jacob Neal. I'm calling from Avalanche Enterprise. I came across your advert in the yellow pages that came through today, and I had a few questions about it. Do you have a few minutes to have a conversation? Not a problem at all. Would I be able to give you a call in the next couple of days? Alright. That's great. Give you a call tomorrow. Cheers. Bye.
Okay. How's
Tomorrow.
that? I mean, it was a touch point. It was a touch point. We'll give him that one.
I said I was Avalanche Enterprise. I think I said I was marketing. Oh, okay. Probably not.
It's all good. You got to get down there with a networking kind of mindset.
That's okay.
It's a networking mindset, and then you build a relationship from there with that person. Just do the same as you would on LinkedIn. Oh, he's got a bug now. I know he's doing another one.
I know.
If I can get a sale on here.
Look at that, people. All about me being uncomfortable every single day. We've got a competition on, basically, where there's 3 teams. Anna and Jacob, George and Dom and Rashid, and then me, Luce and Holly. And we're going to win the competition, basically. The idea is to have lead generation competitions, basically, where I'm going to be making the most of the sales, but
We'll see.
it's the Jacob's taking the lead generation aspect of this really to heart, and he's scared of cold calling. Jacob, you're a scared person, and yeah, you thought you'd get
How
the
many
yellow
cold
pages
calls
out.
have you done today, Josh?
I mean, I don't do cold calls. It's not my forte.
No.
But I'm only messing with you. If I need to do cold calls, I'll do cold calls. But I don't think we're gonna need to. I think we're gonna smash you just by
Honestly,
LinkedIn.
I will do your script for you. I just don't like the calls.
100%. If you write me a script, I'll do 30 calls tomorrow if you write me a script.
Oh, right on here right now. You're gonna do 30 calls tomorrow
30 calls.
if Anna writes you a
I'll
script.
write you a script. I'll do it.
Yes.
The script is going to be, hi, it's Jacob. Wing it. Thanks.
You got me.
Jones from LinkedIn.
That's the ring. Who?
No. Don't give Josh a window booked into his diary.
No, that's when the man's available. Oh, right.
So
okay, at
just
2.
tell Josh that he's going to call at 2 and he needs to call
Is this LinkedIn?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nick Patterson. And
You got a lead.
That was
Team
all
me.
those.
Team Lucy.
I booked in the diary.
It's not fair, Jacob. They started way before we'd have, so they're already
What's your
front.
what's your start date?
I'm not touching any.
Well, he said today, but it's not being.
We've
touching
got
any police stuff on mine.
we've actually got 2 leads. 2 leads already.
We've got one for us. We've got one on the hook. It's all good.
No, that doesn't count.
Yeah, that definitely counts.
No, your personal lead generation does not count.
You don't even know who this one is. Just going to tear Avalanche apart.
Either way, we've got to go.
Have you started yours yet,
tomorrow.
George?
Oh, sales thing.
Josh got a schedule and
no.
Wait,
It's
you're
a
not
camp.
starting, so you're way behind.
I'm a way behind. It can't work. We can't do it.
Jacob, can you get like a lead board for there or something that we can
Yeah,
just
can we
we
get
can
those
see?
stickers?
I want to put it up there.
No, because that's where the 90-day plans are.
I want to see if we can buy some of those big ones we have at basketball games. Just have it so it flips over.
It's just a lead board. It's just, yeah.
No, I think stickers.
Good afternoon. It is now Tuesday, the 21st. It's been a long ass day today. I'm off to Action Coach tomorrow. I'm going to take you with me up to Sheffield in the morning. Leaving at about 6 o'clock in the morning to head over and basically spend the whole day working with their team on LinkedIn, making sure that we can build a super unified strategy for coaches in the UK, which is all part of our work with Action Coach, and I'm really looking forward to it. It's going to be fun. I haven't talked and got on stage in a while, so I'm looking forward to seeing how that works and getting some serious progression made in the UK coaching market. We're going to do some good stuff. So now I'm going to go and finish the presentation and probably go and sleep. because it's been a already very, very long start to the week. Right, I'm going to end the vlog there, people. It's been a long day and I think my camera's about to die, so if you haven't done already, please hit that subscribe button, give this video a thumbs up, give us a comment if you can, let us know what you think, let me know what you want to talk about, learn, and I hope that you got some value, and I'll see